Hi, this is Angie of Angie's Little Dumplings. This is Tuesday afternoon. It is raining here in Georgia. We've got a very high humidity level today, and it's kind of muggy, but I have been running errands and getting ready to go to IDNTS. Before I leave for the show, I thought I'd make a quick video to just say hey to my followers, and also I wanted to share a baby with you. This baby that I'm going to be sharing with you is the last one that I completed for the show. I have not packed her away. All the others are packed and ready to go. So I thought before I packed this one away, I would share her. And she's laying right behind me here. The baby is Stoete's Nina. And she is a limited edition kit by Stoete. I received this kit about 4 weeks ago now, and I decided to work on her, and I just finished her up I think a weekend ago, and I am very pleased with how this baby turned out. The Nina kit is advertised as a 19-inch baby. The body that comes with her is for a 19-inch baby. However, I felt that she needed a slightly larger body, so I put her on a 20-inch body and made a 20-inch baby from her. As you can see, if you look at her head cradled in my hand, she has a pretty good size head. She's got beautiful full vinyl arms. The detailing on her fingers are very expressionable. She's got the nice little, you can see the bones in her hand where she's got her fingers spread. There you go. See the little fat rolls. And then she also has got full legs, little chubby full legs. I'll take a sock off here and show you. She's got very pretty feet. I'm very particular about the toes on my babies. I like my babies to have toes with the look of movement that don't look all fused together. And this kit definitely has got wonderful toes. So I'm very happy with her. As far as the sculpting goes, I think she's a beautiful kit. And I painted her with the RebornFX paints from McPherson's Art Supply. The RebornFX paints is a new line of air dry paints that McPherson's came out with this year. And I've been using those paints for a while now. And this baby is painted exclusively with the RebornFX paints. I did seal her with a mixture of Genesis matte varnish mixed with satin varnish. That is a personal choice. I just like to have a slight bit of texture on my babies. It's not a sandpaper feel. You still get a little bit of a dewy look when you mix those two products together. And I just am really happy with that finish. So that's just a personal choice. But they also make an air dry finish that you can use with the RebornFX paints. And there are times when I do use the air dry finish, particularly when a customer requests it. Then I will use an air dry finish. But as you can see, she's got lots of dimension. The coloring just took beautifully. I've not had any issues with these paints with the coloring not doing well on vinyl. I'll show you I've just got a few bottles here that I just pulled out to show you. Just random colors that I picked up. But this is the RebornFX paints. And they are an air dry paint. And this is just 3 of the several bottles that I've gotten now. It's kind of been confusing for some people because of the name similarity between RebornFX and BabyFX. BabyFX are the air dry paints that were produced by Melissa George that are no longer being produced. The factory drastically increased the cost of production to the point that it was just not cost effective for Melissa to continue producing the paints because she would have had to raise the prices to the consumer so greatly that she knew it would probably be cost prohibitive for most people. So she chose just not to make them anymore. I do still have a good supply of BabyFX paints in my stockpile, and I love BabyFX paints and have those as well that I use. And I have found that the RebornFX paints do work well with the BabyFX paints. You can layer them with each other, or you can even mix the colors together. RebornFX has a product called Emulsion that you can mix in with whatever other brand of paint that you want to use. So if you're using Baby FX, you mix a little of the RebornFX emulsion in the Baby FX, and then you can mix the two paints together and create your own color if you want to do color mixing. Or if you're just painting with the Baby FX paint and you want to let that layer dry and then apply a layer of this over it, you can do that, or vice versa. The major difference, and I've been asked this, what is the major difference between RebornFX and Baby FX that I have seen? And the major difference I have seen is two things actually. One is these are not as matte as the Baby FX paints, and the reason being is that the RebornFX paints are very rich in adhesions. They have binders in them that cause them to grab to the vinyl better. And it is the same product that they call their emulsion. It's actually in the premix paints. Now they also have a, let's see, I've got one here. They also have little vials of pure pigment that you can purchase if you don't want to buy the premixed. And with the pure pigment, you would need to buy the emulsion separately and mix the emulsion in with your pure pigment. But you can also use the pure pigment to tint a premixed color. So I've played with both. I tend to like the premix colors better just because these are very strong in pigment. So I find that I'll take the premix colors and I will still add some of their dilutant and sometimes a little of their what do they call it? Open time, which is like kind of like a slow dry. To thin them down a little bit more, to get thinner layers and to get a little bit more muted colors for different shades that I want. But I'm really happy with them. So they are a little bit more, they do have a little bit more sheen to them because of the binders and the paints, but I haven't had any problem matting them down at the end when I'm done painting. They also sell a product that you can use with the paints to make them more matte, and it's a matting fluid. You can either mix it in with your paints to make the paint more matte, or you can just paint a few layers and then take the matting fluid on a sponge and pounce it all over it and let that dry, and it dries really fast and it mattes everything back down and you can keep going with your painting. I prefer to do it that way. The only other difference I've seen between these and the RebornFX paints is a positive thing, and that is that I do think these stick a little better. I had actually along the way developed my own method of painting with the Baby FX, in that I was already adding a product to Baby FX to increase the binders in Baby FX. I had been using I had been using the golden fluid matte medium in with my Baby FX paint, so just a couple of drops to increase the binders in the Baby FX so that they would bind to the vinyls better. So this has, with their emulsion, this has got that kind of product already mixed in with it. This one doesn't. You would have to add it. So that's just a real quick little synopsis of that for you, but I do want you to know that I am very happy with the colors I'm getting. I'm very happy with how they perform. I have written a tutorial for them that you'll see on their website. It is the first tutorial I wrote with the RebornFX paints, and I was still kind of somewhat in the testing stage, so I've kind of tweaked my methods some since then. But I will be teaching some local classes with the RebornFX paints this fall, and also eventually I'll probably come out with another tutorial. I'll also like to say that I have a baby that'll be on my table at IDNTS that is a biracial baby, and I've not had any problems with the RebornFX paints in building several layers to get the darker skin tones. They work really well for that as well. So Adri's baby Nina and myself, baby Nina and I, just wanted to say hey. Hope you guys get to come to IDTS, and I will be at table number 16, and I hope to see you there. Have a good day. Bye-bye.